All right, the first player for Renegades of Hell is going to be CucH. He's the yellow Zerg down in the bottom right. And for Root Gaming, we have a player that everyone knows and loves. It is Root.Destiny, the blue Zerg in the top left.
And the Renegades of Hell have taken the Saint out of the game,
Yep.
so that's
immediately
great irony to begin our match.
Well, Saint was like, oh, I'm in the wrong place. There's Renegades of Hell here.
Yes. Well, there's a single Renegade of Hell currently here,
Yeah.
but that's enough to ward away a Saint.
Well, there could be some in Spectator. You don't know.
Correct.
Yeah, there could be tons of Renegades of Hell.
Yes, many Renegades.
Just populating this game. But either way, we've got a ZVZ to start this best of 9. And Destiny, obviously, is a player that many people are familiar with. He streams all the freaking time and plays many, many, many games a day. So if you're not familiar with Destiny, I really don't know what to tell you at this point. But Renegades of Hell, CucH, maybe he can show us some skills that we're not aware of.
That's true. And we mentioned before, like we said, this is, it does, I mean, it appears, even though it's on a weird tile set, to roughly mirror the Whirlwind we've come to know and love, I suppose. So everything looking pretty consistent, different placements from some of the bushes and different ramps that I'm used to, though. So this is going to present, you know, I mean, if you guys have been watching our cast over the past few days, of course, since we've introduced our new, what's the word I'm looking for? Map pool. Yes, it's a pool of maps. That's that in English.
Pool set. Set pool.
Yes, set of pools.
Yeah, so this, it seems a little different from Whirlwind just because the one that we normally do has a little bit tighter chokes surrounding that Zelnaga tower in the middle, I believe. And these ramps look a little bit wider.
Yeah, and it looks like that there's a little less area overall on this little plateau, and I don't know. It just seems a little bit odd to me, but anyway, it could just be my eyes playing tricks on me.
Yep, and the reason they hosted the wrong map, I'm sure, again, is just patch 1.5, making it very difficult to publish maps and get them in the correct place. Some maps are in the arcade that used to be in the other thing, and the other thing is, I don't know. It's all crazy. It's just crazy.
Yep.
Well, arcade didn't exist. I mean, so now all the maps that were in one place are now effectively in 2 places, and it can get confusing, and it's also a little bit more difficult to publish, but we're working on getting all our maps, what's the word I'm looking for, uniform, I guess?
Yeah, exactly.
Like regulated, I don't know what the right word I'm looking for is, but getting all of our maps used every time, basically.
Correct. So, but I mean, obviously, as teams will conduct a lot of these games independently, if they use the wrong one and send in the replay and both teams agreed on it, then, well, it's not like we're going to change the result. So,
nope.
Well, here we have things. It was a hatch first for CucH. He decided to go for a gas and pool afterwards. Destiny deciding to wait on his gas for quite a bit after his opponent, or a little bit after his opponent. Actually, it did come up quite a bit later, but it looked like he started mining from it not far after his opponent did. So I guess just the Renegades of Hell don't like mining from the gas geysers. They've established them themselves very quickly.
Maybe CucH started with just 2 drones, possibly, and then tacked on that third where Destiny just threw all 3 in there immediately. I'm not sure. But Zergling speed is going to start for CucH first, so Destiny probably needs to try and catch up with that. But APM's looking pretty similar there. They were both currently at the exact same point. But yeah, look at that. Pretty close, intersecting APMs.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, so we'll take a look at what both these players are going to offer. We've mentioned quite a bit over the past few days that mutas have become very popular lately. Quick Bailing Nest out of Destiny is nothing out of the ordinary, of course. You want to be able to protect that expansion. A little more surprising, of course, that CucH hasn't gone for that quite yet. He still does have 2 harvesters on gas, so may want to go up to a quick lair tech, but still, you think he'd want that defensive Bailing Nest, and there we go. All
right, so Bailing Nest is going on for each player now, and I want to talk about a little bit about Root's history. They have been recently reformed after not existing at all for a short while. It was always kind of like more of a brotherhood kind of thing when they weren't officially a team. We had Kiwi, and Slush break off and go to Rain. We had Cats, Druby, Minigun all going to Complexity. Destiny, there was kind of a weird area where we weren't sure if he was going to be on Complexity or not, but he ended up on Quantic, and basically just kind of split in several directions. But now, you know, Cats and Druby, their term with Complexity ran up. They decided they wanted to give Root Gaming another try. Kiwi, and Slush were on the defunct Rain, so they came on over as well, and now they've picked up a couple of other players that you've heard of. Todd, of course, being a huge one. Vibe actually getting 2nd place at WCS North America. So they have the 2nd best North American player.
TT1.
Major, TT1, all these guys who were just buddies for forever ago. I mean, they're just all coming back to Root Gaming. It's really cool to see. This is the first team event that I've seen Root Gaming in so long. It's really cool to see them back in action.
All right, and Destiny was chosen to lead off for them. Gets a few lings around, but doesn't see anything bad out of the ordinary. A nice little wall coming up the front for CucH, and we can see that there's not really a whole lot here for Destiny in the way of defense. It's going to have to be pretty good unit control, and that's a lot of death and destruction there.
I'm not even sure what had just happened there. Who lost all those units?
Oh, that was CucH lost most of the lost most of the links there.
Okay, so
yeah,
so
no workers have been
Destiny's
killed yet or
Baneling.
anything like that. So
Gotcha. So Destiny's Baneling exploded there. I just saw the blood and was like, "Whoa, what happened?" But either way, yeah, Destiny getting a nice pick up there and picking up a third base along the way. So we'll see if CucH is going to try and match him and move up to his own third. Destiny going for a little bit of a counterattack, but this Baneling walks out. Just if he had kept going, he might have got all those lings.
Might have, but nope. Destiny keeps most of those alive, and excuse me, as we can see,
what just happened there?
The Baneling just went after the neutral supply depot.
Shouldn't do that.
It got it.
Yeah,
he got him.
He dead on. Just hit it. Got it.
Yep.
Queen finished it off.
That's right.
Good job, Baneling.
All things.
I remember Cats actually jokingly using Baneling's Undestructible Debris like a long time ago in Zelnaga Caverns.
Yeah.
And it's like, don't do that, Cats. Just no reason.
You think that's a funny troll, but
it's not.
Tisk. Well, the Baneling survives just barely. 6 hit points there. Almost a very nice job by Destiny to pick that off in the middle, but CucH is able to keep that alive, cycles it to the back, so it can be used as kind of a last line of defense. Baneling still cycling out. Josh is teetering on edge.
I'm on the edge. Well, obviously these Banelings, we need to see what happens to them before any other action can really be accounted for. Destiny does get one of them to trigger a little bit early. Oh, man! Just a few lings there. That looked really scary at first. Oh, that was a nice trade there for Destiny. But that was not. So CucH and Destiny still just trading very, very evenly, actually, at the moment.
Importantly, though, Destiny did see a Roach right at the very end, so we knew exactly when those were popping out, the numbers would start increasing. Now, I believe he's been pretty diligent about checking around for any other bases or anything like that. We can see CucH just putting his down now, but Destiny has been producing off of his third for a little while now. It did just pop up.
Yeah, and while we're back to a little bit of downtime, I do want to mention 2 other players en route that you might not expect, and those are Rotterdam, the caster for NASL and formerly ESL. And Rotterdam, that's right. He cast at MLG this past weekend, I believe. But the other one is Athene, the best video game player in the entire
Best Paladin,
world.
best Protoss, best
Diablo 3, best Demon Hunter.
Oh, that's right. He killed
world.
Butcher Inferno with his eyes closed.
Did you miss where he killed Inferno Diablo naked with his Demon Hunter?
I did, as a matter of fact.
He live streamed it. He did it with whites only, white gear only, also, and did it naked one time with just a weapon, just a weapon equipped. That's all you need as a Demon Hunter.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, so he is the best Demon Hunter in the world. Can't really dispute it because no one else. I mean, how else would you beat that? Like,
you
Inferno Diablo with naked Demon Hunter. Anyway, Athene is officially en route. Maybe not as a player. It's still, his role is actually a little bit mysterious still. So I can't wait to see.
Well, he doesn't want to
what's
dominate everyone too quick. So.
Obviously, yeah. You want to have other people have some limelight so that when you do beat them, it's like, oh, suspenseful. But really, Athene is like, you know. He's just 100% above everyone else. And he has actually been to our office before, too, Athene.
Yes.
And he signed our Pro Gamer wall. So
just randomly saw him walking around.
Yeah, he just entered our office, and we were like, hey, there's Athene.
Okay, so this is a pretty big engagement coming out here. Destiny's got to watch out because that's a lot of Banelings that are rolling through. Cuts off. Look at that. Burrows a lot of his forces, but unfortunately still loses a good chunk of Roaches off to the side. But he does burrow and delay long enough, hopefully, to recover the health so he can get units in position before the Overseer pops up.
I'm not sure what's going to happen. Obviously, tunneling claws aren't done or he would already be moving away. But the Overseer finishes, so now these Roaches have to pop right back up. They were regenerating a lot of health, though. That's what Roaches do when they're underground. Banelings need to hit. There they go. And Destiny just has more Roaches than CucH now. CucH has to retreat.
He delayed just long enough in that attack so he would have reinforcements hit at exactly the right time. That was a really cool move by Destiny.
That's true, and he actually managed to mitigate a lot of damage. Now he's on the offense here with more Roaches than CucH. These Lings are running past, just dying. They're going to try and make their way over to the third, it looks like, and do some economic damage, but there's not going to be enough of them left, I feel like, to actually do much damage. So Infestors are starting to hit the field now. Destiny with just 1 in production right now. There's up to 3 now. CucH, I haven't seen if he got an Infestation Pit finish yet, but he doesn't have any in production right now.
No, I don't think he has any. I'll check around here just to make sure, but yeah, I don't see anything at all.
All right, so that's going to be very tough for CucH. Being at a Roach disadvantage and with Infestors showing up with fungal growth, that's going to be really, really difficult. So he needs to catch up on tech. There's that Infestation Pit for him. He's going to be on +2 Roach attacks, though, at least, so that'll be able to help him out a little bit. He still needs to get on close to even numbers, though, if he wants to hang in there.
Okay, well, Destiny's been producing off of 3 bases for a very long time, and as we can see, CucH just now getting this one saturated. It's been a long time in coming, but yeah, I mean, Destiny's been able to utilize that production just a bit better so far with the Infestors in the mix. He does have a pretty well-developed army. I'm going to see what upgrades are at. +1 weapons for Destiny, +1 weapons for, +2 weapons, I'm sorry, for CucH. So a bit of an upgrade advantage there for our Renegades of Hell player.
The Renegades of Hell, CucH, he has 2-0 upgrades right now. Not started the 3rd yet. Obviously, I don't think he has a hive, so can't really do that. Pathogen Glands coming up now for CucH to try and catch up to Destiny's level of Infestor play. And once these armies clash, it's really going to matter. Those fungals are going to matter so much. Not only do they do damage, obviously, but it pins those units in place so that Destiny's Roaches can just move in, form nice concaves, stutter step in to make sure all of his Roaches are attacking. It can really make a huge difference in just positioning as well, not to mention the damage that it already does.
All right, well, looks like CucH tried to put on some pressure on his opponent, but there's already way too many Roaches there for Destiny, and that's not really a contest. He's just going to roll his way across the map. Oh, he's trapping some in the middle as well with this Infestor. A bunch of those have already died, the rest getting very, very low, and bye-bye. Huge advantage now for Destiny.
What is the Roach count right now for Destiny? 53 Roaches. He has almost as many Roaches as drones. Yep.
Pretty good.
That's about right. So let's see. One fungal right there in the center of those Roaches would end this game, essentially. But CucH does manage to back off a little bit. He is going to split his forces. Destiny is going to split his forces and try to attack into the 3rd here. It's relatively undefended.
Yeah,
let's see how he progresses in.
Okay, well, he's taking out the hatchery pretty easily, and now the CucH has lost that. I mean, he's got a 4th coming up. It did actually just finish, but it's not really going to be a factor in any way, shape, or form. Most of the drones dying there as well. 12, 13, 14 drones killed to none at the moment. That number continues to drop there for CucH.
Wow, so again, Fungal is just trapping all these units on the ramp. There's a Fungal from CucH, but obviously the concave is already in full effect. Infestor is the last man standing there. Oh, wow, Destiny not even choosing to move in yet. Going to try and regenerate a little bit, but it looks like, oh, big fungal on the burrowed units, but both sides still just trading. Destiny is going to pull ahead, and there's the yee from Renegades of Hell CucH for game 1.
All right, so Destiny out to a quick start there.